Hey everybody, Logan here. Today's video, well, you guys see, it took me a little bit to react to the news of Microsoft's new marketing. This is an Xbox, this is an Xbox, this is an Xbox. This makes me think when everything is something, that something is nothing. So when everything's an Xbox, nothing is an Xbox. With that on the horizon, that outlook from Microsoft themselves, the Xbox is dead. Not as in the name, not as in the nameplate or the branding itself, but as the console that we knew it, it's dead. Because I'm not even going to say as we know it, because the Xbox Series X and Series S is very, very different than the Xbox 360, and even Xbox One. There's no exclusives anymore. With the news that Phil Spencer said, well, pretty much nothing is off the table now. There's no Xbox. Xbox is the next Google Stadia. Xbox is the next Epic Game Store. Yeah, you see where I'm going with this. With Microsoft acquiring all these big companies, Bethesda, Activision, Blizzard, so on and so forth, right? They're investing all this money into these IPs. Normally when companies do that, they do that for first-party exclusives, or second-party or third, until everything's acquired and it's all in-house. But they want those console exclusives. Why? Consoles sell based on exclusives, right? People say, hey, I want to buy this box because it has this exclusive game, right? Well, not according to Microsoft. Exclusives don't sell machines. Exclusives don't sell your console. No, you stupidity doesn't. This video is more of a rant. As you can see, there's no lines, no script, no nothing. I don't have any of that. It all started yesterday after watching RGT's video and seeing my buddy Alex put up a video on it as well. And then just all over X, people are making fun of it and really talking about how Microsoft has lost their identity and they're really headed down a hole that they're never going to be able to dig themselves out of. So I had a conversation with a buddy of mine, John. We were going over last night over text about this entire situation and what's really in it. He thinks it's a good thing. As someone who's a PC gamer, he's never even played a Gears game on a console. And I'm like, wow. The only thing I think he said he played on console was Forza and Halo. And I'm like, wow. And it makes me think that what's the purpose of the Xbox now if you can just play everything on PC or on your phone or on your Asus ROG or what have you, you know? And then I'm like, as a gamer, as a hardcore physical collector, the Xbox and Microsoft themselves just spit in our faces. What's the point of owning an Xbox? There isn't at this point. And this comes from someone who was a diehard fanboy since 2001. I wouldn't say I was a fanboy in 2001, but I became one, especially during the 360 era. I bought everything on Xbox. Everything was Xbox 360. I was even one of those hardcore Xbox One owners that would buy everything on Xbox One and said, no, it's good. No, the Kinect is great. Xbox on. I loved it. I loved it. I defended it with every last breath. Then once the Series X came out, bought it day one, made sure I got that, made sure I got my Series S. Everything, did it for my video. That's kind of where my channel picked up from, Xbox content. I still put out quite a bit, as you see. But in terms of how I play these days, it's Switch and it's PS5. I've done a couple posts, whether it's on X or Instagram, showing that my physical collection is all PlayStation 5 and Switch because Microsoft has said, screw you. Someone who buys physical and collects physical, and remember how they were talking about game preservation? They're not preserving games. They're preserving subscribers for their service. This has really gotten me a little frustrated, a little annoyed, a little aggravated. And like I said, this video is off the cuff because I just needed to vent. And I keep seeing it, I keep seeing it, I keep seeing it, I keep seeing it. And Microsoft is like, we don't care about you. We don't care about our customers. We care about the people that haven't subscribed yet, who haven't bought an Xbox. Once we've already got you, we don't care. And with that mindset, with that marketing mentality, because that's what this thing showed, this is the next Xbox, this is the next Xbox. It was disgust to those of us who invested so much into the Xbox brand over the years. It's really just frustrating. And with everything coming out physically for PlayStation, everything's still coming out physically for the Switch, and the Switch 2 being officially announced that it will be backwards compatible. And we know that system is going to be significantly more powerful than the current Switch. It's going to give those games just a massive buff. And with the release of the PS5 Pro, yes, I know, a little controversial. Some people hate it, some people like it. I got myself one. Hey, so be it. I chose to spend my money that way. My wife got it for me as a Christmas present. Sorry, as a birthday present. And it's what I wanted, right? It's what I wanted because I like the performance boost. I'm one of those like people. One of the dudes from Digital Foundry made a good point. It's not for everybody. It's really for the tech heads who can actually see the difference with the larger TVs and stuff like that. I'm one of those. I like to see the difference. I like the smoother frame rates with the ray tracing and all that. Yeah, I'm a freaking nerd, of course. I run a gaming YouTube channel. Why wouldn't I be? So when Sony does something like that, yes, they did decide not to put a disk drive with it, which infuriated me. But I still had a PS5 Slim, and I swapped it over. The disk drive from the Slim to the Pro. Cool feature. Shouldn't have had to do that. That's a whole topic for another discussion. I'm not going to get into the things that Sony bothers me with. I'm not going to get into the things that Nintendo bothers me with, but overall they're doing things more positive for us older heads and those of us who like to physically collect games. And Microsoft is at the point where they just said, fluff off. Yes, we do know that in terms of game sales, the PlayStation outsells Xbox, whether it's software or hardware. And Microsoft is doing a hard pivot to try to stay afloat. We know that. But it seems like all they care about is that Xbox Game Pass. They don't care what damage it does in the fans' eyes. They don't care about what damage it does to their branding. They don't care about what damage it does to their legacy. And at this point, they're ruining their franchises, which basically devaluates Game Pass. I guess you can call Call of Duty an Xbox franchise now that they've acquired Activision Blizzard, but the latest one, the single player, was just atrocious. Multiplayer solid as ever, but the single player, it's like, it took place in what, 91, 92? These characters were 2024 characters. Whoever wrote this was so out of touch and has no idea what the world was like in the early 90s that these characters are cringy. And then you jump over to, let's say, Gears of War, Gears 5. Kate Diaz. What? You got rid of Mark and Dom, but hey, at least we got E-Day coming out and might be returned to form. They've ruined the Halo franchise. Halo was the biggest, and now it's just a joke. If you look on X and look up Halo, everybody just makes fun of it. With the people in charge, the new Halo Studios, and especially the heads over there, they've just ruined the franchise. It's ruined. Look at Fable. It's just another garbage heap that's keep getting pushed back. Avowed, another one that had a lot of promise that, well, not going to be exclusive. It's and it just looks like garbage. Everything. Perfect Dark Zero, not the greatest, but it was fun. It was enjoyable. It looked good. The characters look good. Now Joanna Dark looks like John Dark. And then the changes to the Forza franchise. If you guys played Forza Motorsport, they made it so instead of just building up your cars, racing, buying a new car, you have to, it's like microtransactions without paying physical money. It's in-game. If you haven't played it, it's a little tough to describe, but if you have played it, you understand. Forza, even with the update, I still don't like it. I wasn't a big fan of Forza Horizon 5. I didn't like the environment, but that's my choice. I wasn't a big fan of that. I preferred the mountains of the UK and stuff like that. I enjoyed that environment. I enjoyed the snow. I didn't like the dust storms and stuff like that in Horizon 5. Otherwise, Horizon 5 was a good game. And I think that's kind of where Xbox's good games have ended with the Horizon series, because every other major exclusive has really gotten awful. Like, just awful. Indiana Jones, look at that. Not even an exclusive. And with Phil Spencer saying nothing's off the table now, it's highly frustrating. I made one of these videos, I don't know, a year or two ago, rather frustrated, and look at me. I'm doing it again. I sound like a broken record. I honestly thought with the release of the new consoles, especially with this Galaxy, whatever it was, the 2 terabyte, that Microsoft that's their big boy. They're going to focus on more physical. They're going to release more physical. Who am I kidding myself? Have you been to a store lately? Yeah, there's no Xbox section. There's like a dozen games. Go to your local Walmart or Target. It's sad. It's sad. GameStop's got a bunch of pre-owned Xbox One games. Go to your local game store. Ask them what they sell more of. All my local game stores, they're like PlayStation. Switch. Switch is the hot seller. It's always has been. I really went into this generation hoping that this was going to be their return to form. That phrase, huh? That's been overused lately. But I was wrong. I went in, and I still try. It just hurts the heart. I know it's stupid just because it's a video game company, but when it's something that you've invested so many years of your life into, and then they just kind of kick you in the nuts. Hey, you want to relate it to something outside of it? Hey, look what Chevy's doing. Trying to electrify everything. Nobody wants that crap. Look at the Camaro. It's gone. Hey, Dodge did the same thing. Electrified their muscle cars. And it's like, it's like, guys, ladies, you wouldn't know, but it's like a kick to the nuts. That's exactly what it is to us. Ladies, I guess, would be a punch to the tit. I don't know. Don't demonetize me, please, YouTube. I'm just saying, it's like not fun. It hurts, and it's from the person you care about the most. They just, hey, buddy, and then they flip you off. That's what Microsoft is doing to us. And then they turn around. Oh, have you heard of Xbox? No, here's a phone. Play. $15.99. No, what is it? 20 a month? I don't know. It's all right. I've rambled on long enough. Again, like I said, I didn't script anything out. Did not make any talking points. I turned on my camera, turned on my mic, and said, I'm going to rant. And that's what this was. Tell me what you guys think. As someone who's been an Xbox almost loyalist for 20 plus years now, it infuriates me. It's really why this generation I've switched to buying games physically on PlayStation 5 over the Xbox. Switch, I've always been a Nintendo guy. So Nintendo is a completely different story. And if something comes out on Switch, if it came out on Switch, Xbox, and PlayStation, I would buy the Switch and the Xbox version. Now I buy the Switch and the PlayStation version, performance and all kinds of other stuff like that. That's not what we're talking about. But physically, I like to have my games physical. But there's also a debate for, are you actually buying physical games these days just because it's on a disc? Argument in itself. I'll end it there. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you for listening to this rant. Thank you guys. Thank you guys so much. Hit that subscribe button. Hit that like button. Share this video. Tell me what you guys think. Rant yourself in the comments. I want to read them all. Thank you guys so much. God bless you all. Like we always say, Be legendary. Thanks again. Yeah, and I did roll out of bed and just turn on the camera because I was thinking. So, yeah, there you go. All right. Video's over. You can go now. There's no more. It's over. It's over. I promise. Shoo! Go! Go! Ah.